नमस्कार दोस्तों। आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है वो है स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ फ्लावर और यू कैन से पार्ट्स ऑफ फ्लावर। एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट्स का कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर होता है प्रेजेंस ऑफ फ्लावर, और जो फ्लावर है दैट इज कंसीडर एज रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन ऑफ ए प्लांट। क्योंकि जो फ्लावर है वो प्लांट में सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट करता है, इसीलिए फ्लावर को हम प्लांट का रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन बोलते हैं। बेसिकली जो फ्लावर के पार्ट्स हैं दे आर डिवाइडेड इनटू 4 whorls called as whorls of flower. There are total 4 whorls of flower named as calyx. The similar word is sepal. Second whorl is corolla. Singular is called petal. Third one is androecium, called stamen. And fourth one is gynoecium, called carpel. So these are 4 important whorls of a flower called as calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. In a structure, this calyx, singular word is sepal, this calyx is considered as first whorl of a flower. First whorl of a flower. Usually एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट्स जो होते हैं उनमें कैलिक्स जो होते हैं 5 नंबर में होते हैं, बट दे वेरी प्लांट्स टू प्लांट्स। यूजुअली जो कैलिक्स होते हैं दे आर ऑफ ग्रीन इन कलर विच आर कंसिडर एज फर्स्ट whorl ऑफ अ फ्लावर, और ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ क्लोरोफिल कंटेंट दे आर ग्रीन इन कलर एंड टू सम एक्सटेंट दे पार्टिसिपेट इन फोटोसिंथेसिस आल्सो, but the prime function of calyx is to hold the entire floral parts. calyx का जो मेन फंक्शन होता है वो एंटायर जो फ्लावर होता है उसको होल्ड अप करने का काम करते हैं। जो सेकेंड whorl ऑफ फ्लावर है विच इज कॉल्ड कोरोला एंड सिंगुलर वर्ड इज पेटल, दे आर ऑफ वेरियसली कलर्ड। petals of a flower are of variously colored due to presence of chromoplast in them. Petals are showy and attractive in nature, which attracts the insects for pollination. Actually, sepal and petal, or you can say first whorl that is called calyx and second whorl called corolla, they are considered as accessory floral parts because they do not participate in sexual reproduction. Third whorl is called androecium, and singular word that is called stamen. Actually, stamen is considered as male part of a flower. Stamen is male part of a flower, and this stamen, which is a male part of flower, consists of 2 important parts. One part of stamen is anther, which is usually bilobed, and another is filament. This part of stamen is called anther and this one is filament. Stamen, which is considered as male part of a flower, consists of anther and filament, and anther is the part where during the process of sporogenesis the microspores are produced, which are called as pollen grain, or pollen grains are called male gametes of a flower. ज्यादातर जितने भी एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट्स होते हैं उनमें जो एंथर होता है वो बाइलोब्ड होता है, जिसको हम डाइथिकस बोलते हैं। अगर हम एंथर का सेक्शनल व्यू काट करके स्टडी करें तो इस बाइलोब्ड एंथर में एक्चुअली 4 सैक होते हैं, 4 सैक। There are total 4 sacs and internally separated by this layer of septum. Each lobe consists of 2 sacs at each corner. So there are total 4 sacs in an anther, and during the process of microsporogenesis means कि जब एंथर डेवलप होता है तो उस दौरान जो स्पोरोजिनस टिश्यू होता है दैट विल अंडरगो meiotic division to form microspore tetrads. So microspores, which are called pollen grains, they develops inside the microsporangium, or you can say this bilobed anther sac, and filament hold this stamen part with the flower. So androecium is thirdmost whorl of the flower, and fourth most floral part or floral whorl is called gynoecium. Gynoecium is considered as female part of a flower. Or the plants whose flower bear both male and female parts are considered as bisexual flower. So gynoecium entirely, singular word is called carpel. Gynoecium consists of 3 important parts as stigma, style, this one, and ovary. So this one is structure of a gynoecium along with stigma, which is considered as the receptive part of a flower because that receives the pollen grain, then ovary and ovule. Ovule is considered as female gamete of a flower. So stigma is the receptive part which receives the pollen grain during act of pollination, and ovule is actually during its development, ovule remains in 7 cell and 8 nucleated stages, or fertilization of this ovule takes place with the help of the mate gametes present into the pollen grain. So these 4 whorls of a typical angiospermic flower are calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. These are very important part of flower which participate in sexual reproduction. That's why the flower is considered as a reproductive organ of plant. Now we will discuss about structure of pollen grain. Structure of pollen grain. So as I have already told you that during the process of microsporogenesis, the development of pollen grain takes place inside the anther of a flower, and the pollen grain of an angiospermic flower are usually spherical in shape, but they vary in shape from plant to plant. They are covered by 2 important layers named as exine and intine. Exine is outermost layer and intine is inner layer. At certain places where exine is not present, only intine is present, is the region called germ pore. These pollen grain contain usually 2 nucleated cells named as vegetative and generative cell. This one is vegetative cell and this one is generative cell. Also contain copious amount of cytoplasmic content inside it. The generative cell consists of male gamete. Vegetative cell contain large amount of food material inside it. And another thing, that exine of a flower is made up of sporopollenin. Sporopollenin, exine. that is made up of sporopollenin. This one is a highly resistant organic material which is highly resistant to action of any chemicals or resistant to temperature. That's why they keep the pollen grain viable for prolonged time so that it can germinate on the receptive part, that is called stigma of a flower. And the intine is made up of the continuous layer made up of cellulose and pectin substances. So sporopollenin, axine, and intine is made up of, as I have already told you, that it is made up of cellulose and pectin. The generative cell develops male gamete. Actually, whenever this pollen grain is transported to receptive part from the germ pore region, the intine extends to develop a pollen tube, and the generative cell nucleus by meiotic division comes here to form two male gamete inside. So this one is an important structure of this microspore, or you can say pollen grain of flowering plants. Now we will talk about structure of an ovule. Structure of angiospermic ovule. Actually, on the basis of their shapes, angiospermic ovules are of different type. Either they are orthotropous ovule, anatropous ovule, hemitropous ovule, campylotropous ovule, cicinotropous ovule. But the general structure of an angiospermic ovule is similar. An angiospermic ovule consists of 7 cells and 8 nucleated cell stages. This one is orthotropous shape of an ovule. The angiospermic ovule consists of entirely 8 nucleated cells, but total cells are 7 in number. This one is structure of an ovule. The outermost layer of this ovule is called as outer integument. Outer integument. This inner one is called inner integument. Inner integument. This layer, which is consist of nucleated cell stage, is called nucellus. And this one is micropyle. Funicle. Swollen base is called chaliza. These outermost two cells, they are named as synergid cells, or also called synergids. This one is egg cell. Polar nucleus, also called as secondary nucleus, and these three are antipodal cells. Antipodal cells. So this one is structure of an orthotropous ovule. Orthotropous ovule. So an orthotropous ovule consists of total 8 nucleated and 7 cell stages. 2 cells are synergids, single one is egg cell, binucleated cell called polar nucleus, and 3 antipodal cells. This is structure of an angiospermic ovule. In next session we will discuss about act of double fertilization in angiospermic plant.